Welcome to Hatha Vinyasa Flow. My name is Amy Sullivan. I am a yoga teacher. I'm also a health and nutrition coach. And today we are entering into the Lunar New Year, the first new moon of 2023. And that is a hugely celebrated thing in many, many cultures. And I thought we would do an homage to that in some of our poses and our shapes today. And what we are going to start off with, it's a great time. Any new moon is a great time to think about things you want to build and grow in your life. But this one is especially spectacular, similar to the solar new year, January 1st, where we set resolutions. Same idea. So these poses are going to be heart opening and just kind of get it coming into you to start thinking about what you want to create and build in 2023. So something to think of there. We will start off in a seated position, a comfortable seat, and we will be doing a little bit of breath of fire. So I want to talk through breath of fire before we get started. So it's a quick pumping of your navel center, and it's meant, and you breathe in and out through your nose, and it's meant to give you what you need. So it can build heat, it can build coolness, it can give you energy, it can also help calm you down. And I want to talk through it before we get into it, just so you understand. So everyone here, starting off, take a nice deep inhale and fill up your belly. Feel your belly expand. So as you breathe in through your nose, feel your belly come out and grow bigger. And then as you exhale, puff it in. Okay, so inhale, expand your belly out, make it big. Exhale, puff it in. So that's kind of what we're going for, except it's not going to feel forced. So if you feel, it's gentle. So what it turns into, breath of fire, is a little like a steam engine. My belly's going to pump in and out. It's like, everybody try that on for size. Ready? You should feel your diaphragm, your belly coming up and in. Just gently as you pump. Beautiful job. Nice big inhale here. And exhale. All right. Gorgeous. So we are going to start with that breath of fire there. And then I'm going to show you your hands too. We're going to be doing what's called Ego Eradicator. The thumb represents the ego. And so the first thing, some of you, if you do Kundalini with our Kundalini crew, we do this all the time. It's meant that we're going to put our arms up in the air like a V, but I want to show you the hand first. So here's the palms of my hands. You're going to stick your thumb out and then curl your fingers in, but keep them stretched. So the tendency is to curl down, like make a fist. Think of opening through your palm and then keep your thumb out. So that's your hands. You're gonna breath and fire with your belly, and you're gonna sit. So we're gonna check in first, and then we're gonna come into that. So first, find a comfortable seat. Ground both your sit bones down. You could be cross-legged, you could be in a chair with your feet on the ground. You might be sitting on a cushion to give you some elevation, some length through your spine. Ground down through your sit bones. Elevate, lift up through your spine. Draw your chin slightly back. And then go ahead and close your eyes. And just take a breath or two, settle in. Start to become aware of yourself sitting in this space. Become aware of your breath, rising and falling. A few moments of silence with you. Let's take one deep inhale together collectively. Inhale, feel the air coming down, expanding through your belly, filling up your lungs, opening your heart. And big exhale, sigh it out. One more time, same thing, nice deep inhale. And a big exhale. All right, flutter open your eyes now if they were closed. I'm gonna give us a little music. Keeping in your seated position, inhale as you bring your arms up to 60 degrees. So you're making a V with your arms, and then roll those fingers in to the touch of the palms. Keep your thumbs stretched outright. And then you can close your eyes, shift your gaze up between your eyebrows, third eye center, and then start to pump your belly and sniff in and out. Breath of fire. Great job. They say that we're building up heat and energy and sending that energy up to spill out some of our ego that might be getting in the way of us achieving our goals. That is the focus of this pose here. Keep breathing, short little breaths, gentle pumping of your stomach. You're doing great. Beautiful job. Nice deep inhale here. Draw your thumbs together, lift your arms up, spread your fingertips up nice and wide. Inhale, hold it at the top. Exhale, sigh it out. Sweep your arms down to the ground. And pause here just for a moment. Let your fingertips just rest on the earth. Maybe you close your eyes. Just feel that energy shifting and moving. Beautiful job. And flutter your eyes open from here. Place your hands on your knees, and we'll do a few Sufi grinds. So start to circle around from your hips. As you come forward, let your heart come forward with you. And then as you come backwards, carve a C out with your spine, suck your belly in, and use your hands to guide you as you go round and round. Just getting deep into our spine and our hips, awakening. Gorgeous. Let's go the other direction now. Whatever direction you were spinning in, begin to spin opposite. Even out and awaken. Beautiful job. And then come back to center, slow it down. And then as you inhale, bring both hands up to the sky, grow nice and tall, palms face one another. As you exhale, twist towards your right. Your left hand comes on your right knee. Your right hand comes behind you or maybe alongside. If you press that backhand, your right hand into the earth to lengthen your spine. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist just a little bit deeper from your navel center. Nice big inhale here. And then as you exhale, unwind, come back to center. Let's even ourselves out, other side, inhale. Arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. Twisting from your navel center, your belly button. Once you get that twist, your back hand presses down into the earth, front hand on your knee. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, deepen your twist just a little bit more. One more big inhale here. And then as you exhale, come back to center, unwind, wiggle it out for just a moment, and then come onto your hands and knees for a few cat-cows. As you cat-cow here, I'm gonna just turn my volume down so it doesn't come on the recording. You're gonna align your hips over your knees, your shoulders over your wrists, and then you're gonna spread your fingers out nice and wide to give yourself nice support. Knit your abs in to protect your lower spine. And then from here, inhale, cow pose, drop your belly down, lift your hips up, shine your heart forward, squeeze your shoulder blades together, look up. Exhale, cat pose, tuck your hips, tuck your chin, press your hands into the earth to lift your spine toward the ceiling. And let's do that breath to movement. Inhale, cow pose, belly down, hips up, heart forward. Inhale. Exhale, cat, tuck and round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One last time. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat pose. Inhale, come back to neutral tabletop. From here, we're gonna do extended cat. So press into the earth, start to round and lift your spine up. as you shift your hips back toward your heels, you're gonna find this point, keep pressing your hands into the earth, where you find a good stretch. So you're not sitting back on your heels necessarily, you're just leaning back. You should feel a nice broad opening across your shoulder blades. I feel this in my lower spine, not in a painful way, but in an opening, stretchy way. Take one more deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, come back to tabletop. Let's do 2 more cat-cows, just loosen and even things out. Beautiful. Come back to center tabletop. Bring your big toes to touch. Spread your knees wide apart. Exhale, child's pose. Now shift your hips all the way back. Allow your forehead to come resting down on the mat. Extend your hands long out in front of you. Press your palms down into the earth. Let your heart and your belly perhaps drop down between your legs, sending your heart closer to the mat. Feel a little heart opener here. And now bend your elbows, press your elbows into the mat, lift your hands up. Draw the palms of your hands to touch. And start to bring your hands above the back of your head, continuing to bend your elbows. You might feel a little stretch along the backs of your arms, your triceps. You can enhance that stretch by pressing your heart closer to the mat and shifting your hips gently backwards. Take one big inhale here. And then as you exhale, release it. Bring your palms back down onto the mat. Inhale, rise up, tabletop once again. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Give yourself that good solid support. Align your index finger, your pointer finger, parallel to the long edges of your mat. Knit your belly up and in to protect your spine. Inhale here, tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shift your hips up toward the sky. First down dog of class, so bend one knee as you straighten the other. Say hello to the backs of your legs. Good morning. Hello, backs of legs. And bending and straightening, root down evenly into your hands. Send weight into the ball mound of your pointer finger and your thumb. Send that energy up through your arms to elongate your spine. Roll your inner thighs toward the back of your space to open across your sit bones, lengthening your spine a little more. Bend your knees as much as you need to facilitate length through your vertebrae. Inhale here, come to stillness in your down dog. And exhale. And now on your next inhale, come to the balls of your feet, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Take a couple giant steps to the top of your mat. Keep your feet hips width apart. Bend your knees a lot. Maybe you even rest your chest right on your thighs. And grab onto opposite elbows here. You can play once again with bending and straightening one or both your legs. Rock side to side. Moving around, just feel a little decompression of your spine. And then come to stillness here. Drop your hands down to the mat, root down into your feet. Tuck your tailbone under and start to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Your head will be the last thing to come to the top of the space. Roll your shoulders back and down. Stand tall and proud in attention. Beautiful job, everyone. Let's go into a little bit of an opening, a flow here with some extensions. So you can keep your feet at hips width. I'm just gonna turn so you can see. You can keep your feet hips width for a little more stability, or you can bring your big toes to touch with a little sliver of space between your heels. Either way, root down evenly through all 4 corners of your feet. Feel your thighs lifting off your knees. Slightly tuck your tailbone under, knit your abs in, lift your heart up. Roll your shoulders back and down. Nice, tall, beautiful posture. And inhale, lift your fingertips up, mountain pose, reach up high. Pause here. Spin your pinkies toward the front of your space so your palms face toward one another. Root down through your feet to lift up through your spine. Inhale once again here. Exhale, micro back bend. Bend your elbows, shine your heart up, squeeze your shoulder blades together, look up. Tuck your tailbone slightly under to protect your spine. Inhale, rise back up, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands through heart center. Hinge from your hips, bend your knees as much as you need to as you bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift, pause here. Inhale, place your hands on your shins, maybe your thighs. Roll your shoulders back down towards your tailbone and parallel your spine to the earth. Take one more big inhale here, lengthening even more. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms. Step your left foot back to the back of your space. Bend into your front knee. Drop your back knee down. Inhale, rise up, low crescent pose. So pause here before you put your arms up. Make sure you're tucking your tailbone under. The tendency is to do this and dump into your lower spine. Think tuck in the back, lift in the front, lengthen through your spine, and then root down into the heel of your front foot and the knee of your back foot. Hug your hips in to lift through your torso, and then bring your arms up. Palms face one another. If you're not feeling a little stretch in your left front hip, maybe you walk your front toes forward just an inch, ensuring that you stay lengthened through your spine. One more big inhale here. Exhale, low lunge. Frame your front foot with your hands. Lift your back knee. Inhale, and then exhale. Plank pose. Step your front foot back. Maybe you come to your knees here. Either works, both are a plank. Either way, root down to your hands to light up your chest. Knit your abs up and in. Tuck your tailbone slightly under. As you inhale, come slightly forward. And then as you exhale, lower halfway down. Keep your elbows knitted in next to your body. Just halfway down, bend those elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Draw your heart forward as you draw your hands back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press your feet into the earth to lift your thighs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up. So that thing we just went from plank to downward facing dog, that's called a vinyasa. You're welcome to do those on your, come to your knees or skip them completely, go straight to downward facing dog. I will cue you. From here, inhale, come to the balls of your feet, bend your knees. Exhale, look forward. Forward fold, step or hop to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose, root down, rise high. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. We're gonna flow through that first part and then do our lunge on the other side and even out. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, micro back bend, cactus your arms out, shine your heart up, look up. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from those hips, let your heart lead you forward as you bow. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms, step your right foot back this time and drop your right knee down. Inhale, rise up to low crescent on the other side. So again, tuck your tailbone, lift your hip points. Find that nice stretch through your right psoas, your right hip. And when you have that nice long spine and your solid base, lift your arms up, palms face toward one another. Inhale here, lengthen even more through your spine. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms to frame your front foot, lift your back knee. Inhale to plank pose, back to your knees is just fine. And come slightly forward. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, rise up, upward facing dog. Lift your heart forward, thighs off the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift up your hips. And take a few breaths here. Reset, recenter. Notice your hands rooted into the earth, your toes rooted into the earth, pressing down to lift you up into a triangle shape. Take one more big inhale here, bend your knees, come to your balls of your feet, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Beautiful job. Love it, love it. Moving on from here. Inhale to chair pose. So as you rise your hands up, sink your hips back and bend your knees. Pause here. Send the weight into your heels. Feel that's like tuck in your tailbone. Lift through your hip points. Lift your heart up as you knit your abs in. Rotate your armpits toward one another. And really squeeze your thighs together. You could have legs apart and still be squeezing your thighs together. We want to just open that outer hip and inner thighs. Very strong. One more big inhale here. So strong, team. Exhale, stand up. Shake those legs out. Beautiful job. Moving on from here, I'm gonna come back to the top of my mat. Inhale, chair pose once again. Exhale, chair twist to the right. Draw your hands to heart center. And now start to twist towards your right knee. Your left elbow is gonna drop down and it's gonna find the inside or the outside of your right thigh. Press your hands into one another to accentuate the twist that's coming from your belly center. And now come back to that zippering up of your thighs, rooting down of your heels. Shift back your hips, lengthen through your crown. Inhale here. Beautiful. Exhale, forward fold. Straighten your legs, shake them out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa, high plank to low plank. So step back to your plank pose. You can totally just go straight to down dog or vinyasa, slightly forward. On your exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We all meet in a down dog from here. Inhale, your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right leg through. As you stay here in this low lunge, spin your back foot out 45 degrees. Bend into your front knee. Inhale, warrior two. Windmill your arms up. I'm gonna spin around so you can see my face. So root down into your front heel and bend into your front knee. Your knee should be aligned over your ankle. And then feel an opening through your hips as you stamp your weight out to the outer knife edge of your back foot. Open your hips, open your heart, spread your fingertips out wide, front to back, gaze over your right fingertips. Take a nice big inhale here, sink a little bit lower. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach out in front of you as you hinge forward from your hips. And then when you can reach no further, right arm comes down, left arm up, shine your heart out. Your bottom hand might be resting on your front thigh. It might be pressing into your front thigh, maybe on the mat. Wherever you are, keep rooting into both your feet. Twist and shine your heart out. Take a nice deep inhale here. Big exhale. Engage your abs, root down into your feet. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg. Swap your arms, rise up. Beautiful, feel that opening through your side body, through your side ribs. This back arm can be on your leg. Maybe you do a half bind, it wraps around your waist. Big inhale. Exhale, high plank to low plank, vinyasa. Plant your palms, spin your back foot in line with your front foot so you can step straight back to down dog or go through your vinyasa, lower halfway down. Keep your elbows in tight. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Inhale and sigh it out. Exhale, open mouth. Inhale here, come to the balls of your feet, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do the other side. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Sink your hips back, shift the weight into your heels, heart up, arms up. Tuck your tailbone slightly under. Exhale, chair twist to the left. Draw your hands to heart center, bend your elbows, and then twist from your belly button towards your left knee. Your right elbow will drop down. Find the inside or the outside of that left thigh. Keep squeezing your thighs together. Shift your hips back. Weight in your heels. Press your hands into one another to accentuate the twist. One more big inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Straighten your legs, shake them out. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, high plank to low plank, vinyasa. Spread your fingers out wide, step to that plank. Through your vinyasa or straight to down dog. Inhale, upward facing dog if you're doing vinyasa. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful job, everyone. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge, bend your left knee, engage your abs up towards your spine, step through. Fan your right foot, your back foot out 45 degrees, bend into your front knee. And inhale, windmill up, warrior two. Once again, I'll spin it around for you. So bending into your front knee, shift the weight into the heel of your front foot, outer knife edge of your back foot. Open hips, open heart. Spread your fingers out wide. Feel that grounding of your legs so you can lift up through your heart and your chest, feeling light. Inhale, sink a little lower. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach out in front of you. What do you want in 2023? It's in front of you. Go grab it. And then left arm down, right arm up. Open your heart to the possibilities of this new year. Still rooting into the heel of your front foot and outer knife edge of your back foot. Use this lower arm on the inner thigh to press into the inner thigh, opening up your hip just a little more. Take one big inhale here. Nice big exhale. Root into your feet, engage your abs. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg. Swap your arms. As you rise up and over, feel your spine lengthening out through both sides. And then there's an extra opening along the left ribs. This back hand is on the thigh, or maybe you half mind on this side, wrap around your torso. Take one more big inhale here. Exhale, vinyasa. Plant your palms, spin your back foot. Go back to down dog or through your vinyasa, that high plank to low plank, halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful job, everyone. Big inhale and big exhale. Inhale, come to the balls of your feet, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step or hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. All right, moving on, adding on, inhale, back to that chair pose. Sink your hips back as you rise up, lift your hands. Exhale, bring your hands down to your hips. We're gonna do a little balance challenge option. So from here, start to shift the weight into your right foot. Wrap your outer right glute in. Feel your left heel become weightless. Lift your left heel up off the ground. As you inhale, start to lift your left knee up. So now we're one-legged standing. And as you exhale, start to kick your left leg back as you draw your crown forward, coming into a warrior 3 here. We're gonna step back to crescent. So if you wanna step back, step back. If you want the balance challenge, continue to draw your heart parallel down to the earth as you kick your leg up and back. Flex your lifted foot, your left foot. Maybe your hands come out in front of you. Maybe that's not happening for me today. So hands to prayer, to heart center for me, or hands behind you, airplane. And when you've had enough, you step back and find your crescent pose. My hips decided that they don't want that today, so I'm stepping back to crescent pose. Different day, different body, right? So take care of you first. From this crescent pose, we were here just a moment ago with our knee down on the mat. So you could come back to this pose once again if that feels more supportive for you today. Or if you're ready for a little bit more of a balance challenge, keep the back knee lifted. Still bend into your front knee. Weight goes into the heel of your front foot, ball of your back foot, and then squeeze your thighs together. Feel your glutes ignite. Beautiful job. Now tuck your tailbone under, hip points lift, lengthen your spine, inhale, arms up. Palms face toward one another. Beautiful job. One more big inhale here. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Putting two things together. As you inhale, draw the crown of your head forward. Keep your belly lifted off your front thigh. Exhale, revolved crescent pose. Twist towards your bent knee. Drop your left elbow down onto your front thigh. Yes, you gotta keep squeezing your thighs together, igniting your glutes. So strong. Keep pressing your hands into one another to accentuate that twist. Okay, we're gonna come rising back up to that crescent. So root down into your feet, knit your abs up and in. Inhale, rise back up. Yes, you did it. Exhale, warrior 2 to the front. Bend into your front knee, straighten through the back knee. Beautiful. Maintaining your feet and legs as they are. Inhale, your front arm up, back arm down, reverse warrior. And exhale, vinyasa, high to low plank. Plant your palms. Spin your back foot in line with your front. Step back. Maybe you go straight to down dog. Maybe you want vinyasa. A little extra. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Nice big inhale here. And an exhale. Inhale, come to the balls of your feet, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step or hop. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do the other side, shall we? Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. So as you sink nice and deep into your chair, start to shift your attention, your focus, and your weight onto your left foot, your left heel, and lift your right heel up. The right leg starts to become weightless. Draw your hands down to your hips for a little more support. As you inhale, lift your right knee high. As you exhale, start to kick your right foot back. As your crown, your head, your torso shifts forward and you fly. Maybe your hands stay on your hips. Maybe they come to heart center. Maybe they come out in front of you if you have the space. Maybe they come behind you in an airplane, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Wherever you are, knit your abs in, root down into that standing leg. One more big inhale here, amazing balance. Exhale, crescent pose. Step it back. And then find your tall crescent base. If you drop to your knee on the other side, drop to your knee again. Bend into your front knee. And I also like to bend my back knee just to find that torso space. So tuck your tailbone under to lift your hip points and your heart, knit your abs in. Then maybe the back knee straightens. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hinge from your hips, lift your heart up. It's almost like you're draping forward with your crown. Getting prepared to exhale, twist towards your bent knee. Right elbow comes down to find your left thigh, your front thigh. Keep squeezing your thighs together. Even though they're technically apart, press the front heel down, the back ball of your foot down. And think water skis with your feet as opposed to tightrope. If you need to widen your stance to enhance your balance, go for it. As you inhale, lengthen from your tailbone to your crown, growing longer. As you exhale, press your hands a little tighter into one another to make your twist a little deeper. So strong. We're coming back to that crescent pose. That's gonna be all about your feet, your legs, your abs. So root down, squeeze. Inhale here, big exhale. Inhale, rise back up, crescent. Yes, you did it. Exhale, warrior two. Open up, bending into your front knee, your left knee. From here, root down into your feet. Once again, inhale, reverse warrior. Keep your legs just as they are. Swap your arms. Front arm, left arm comes up. Back arm might be on your back thigh or wrapped around your waist. One big inhale here. Exhale, vinyasa, high plank to low plank, or straight to down dog. What do you need for this round? You can switch it up every time. Feel empowered to be in control of your practice. Take a nice deep inhale here. Sigh it out. Let something go, make space for something new. Come into you, come back to your breath. Beautiful, nice big inhale again. And exhale. Inhale, come to the balls of your feet, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step or hop. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Lift fingertips high. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, now we're going to step out to the wide edges of your mat. So take a nice big wide step out, toes pointing out, heels pointing in. Down from here. Inhale, star pose, lift your arms up. And then spread your fingertips out nice and wide. So you're just spreading into every single inch of amazing you. Every cell, every muscle expanded. One more big inhale here. Exhale, goddess pose. Bend your knees. Sink your hips down low. Keep your heart lifted. Pause here. So if you look down at your legs, make sure your knees are trending in line with your toes. So you want to make sure your toes are pointed outward to give your knees some happy space to groove. And then again, tuck tailbone, lifted hip points, abs in, so your heart comes up, long spine. Your hands can be in prayer here at your heart, on your legs. Sink it down just an inch lower because you can. Beautiful job. Inhale here. And as you exhale, bring your hands toward your knees, not resting on your knees, but like just above. And shift your crown forward, your butt's coming out a bit. I'll show you the side view just so you get both angles here. So we're gonna go into a little twist. So your hand should be helping support your torso and your legs. From here, inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, start to twist to your right from your belly button. And bend your back elbow. So you're pressing your left hand to your inner thigh to help enhance, accentuate that twist. Keep sinking your butt down. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. Other side. Exhale. Twist it to your left. Maybe you bend your elbows to help facilitate. Press your right hand into your right inner thigh. Should feel a lengthening as well as a twisting. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale back to center. Inhale, come back to that star pose. Shake those legs out. Strong, strong legs to walk you through everything life has for you. Another big inhale here. Exhale, come back into that goddess pose. So sink it down, bend your knees, hands to heart center. We're gonna come down into a wide-legged forward fold. Draw your toes more forward. Inhale here. And as you exhale, bend your knees as much as you need to. Hinge from your hips and drop forward. Maybe your hands come down to the earth, and that's easy. If it's not, you can put your hands on blocks, if you have blocks, or if you have a chair. Let's pretend this is a sofa, my elephant friend. You can come down here and put your hands on that, okay? So you're looking for a nice stretch along your hamstrings, but you're welcome to bend your knees as much as you need to. Shift more of your weight into the ball of your foot than the back, and squeeze along your inner thighs to give you that weight. If you do have the leverage, you're welcome to walk your hands back in line with your feet. Or maybe you continue that journey, you walk your hands even more and send your fingertips the opposite way. Nice little stretch in here. You can play with bending and straightening one leg. Take a nice deep inhale and a nice deep exhale. If your hands have walked into some strange place, walk them back underneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips, root down into your feet, knit your abs in to protect your spine, your legs. Inhale, rise back up. Amazing job. Let's do one more fun balance challenge in here. We will do a quick eagle pose. So arms out, inhale like a T. Exhale, your right arm goes under, left arm goes over. Now bring your right nose to your thumb to your nose, and then wrap your left hand around. So that's your eagle arms. If that's not happening for your body, it could be backs of hands. It could be hands on opposite shoulders. So do what feels appropriate for you. That's your arms. And then sink down into your chair pose. Shift the weight into your left foot once again. Lift your right foot up. Maybe you just lift your heel up today, and that's a great eagle. Or maybe you cross your right leg on top of your left and squeeze your thighs together. Think chair pose, you just happen to have a crossed leg. And then from here, as you squeeze into your thighs, sink your hips lower. Maybe you also lift your elbows. Keep squeezing your hips, your glutes. Root down into your left foot. Wrap your outer left hip in. Take one more big inhale here. And exhale, release, unwind. Shake it out. Let's do the other side. So inhale, come back out to that T with your arms. Exhale, left arm under, right arm over. Make an X. And this time, your left thumb comes to your nose to give your right hand, time to wrap around. Or again, opposite elbows, but left elbow under. From here, sink into your chair. Shift the weight into your right foot this time. Feel your right hamstring, your right glute igniting, lighting up, lifting, making your left leg weightless. Lift your left heel up off the ground. And maybe you cross your left leg over your right. Squeeze your thighs together as they cross. Maybe that foot hooks on your shin, maybe not. Depends on how flexible your body's feeling this morning. Doesn't matter. They're all eagles, different flying eagles. Can you sink your eagle bum a little bit lower as you lift your elbows a little bit higher? Root down into your standing leg. Keep your abs knitted and lift your heart. One more big inhale here. And then as you exhale, unwind. Shake it out. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. We're gonna come on down and get into some deeper stretches from here. Winding down, so come back to the top of your mat. And inhale, rise up, one last chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, now you're gonna tuck and curl. So bring your body down into a ball. Place your hands on the ground, bend your knees, shift your torso onto your thighs and lift your heels up. So maybe you even tuck your chin in. You make a little ball with your body. And we're gonna come down onto our bums. So you can either walk your hands behind you and give yourself a hand-assisted, more restorative, making your way to your sit bones, or you can have a balance challenge. For balance challenge, lift your heart up. So you're balancing, squeezing your thighs together on your heels, arms come out in front of you. And then you're gonna just start to tilt your weight backwards, curve your spine forward, and shift your bum backwards. Your heels will come down and you'll sink back. And you'll kind of find Navasana, a boat pose from here. If you're in that Navasana, lift your heart up. Abs in. Everyone join if you have come into the other seat bones. You could have your heels on the ground. This is also boat pose. You could have shins parallel. If you're really feeling active this morning, maybe your toes are pointed. Little ab challenge. We're gonna go to low boat. We're gonna hover our head and our feet. So take a nice big inhale here, lift your heart up. Abs in. Exhale, hover. Low boat, Ardha Navasana. Beautiful inhale. Exhale, rise back up, boat. Inhale, Ardha Navasana, just a couple. Exhale, rise up. Two more, inhale, Ardha Navasana. Exhale, rise up. You can do this with your feet on the ground. Inhale, Ardha Navasana. Exhale, Navasana, rise up. And this time we're gonna lower. Actually, we're gonna do one more. Inhale, Ardha Navasana. Exhale, rise up. Beautiful job. And from here, friends, shift your hips back using your hands, straight legs. So flex your feet. Flex your feet from here. You may have a bend in your knees, that's totally fine. But even out your sit bones. So move the flesh away from your sit bones so you feel them grounding evenly down into the earth so that you can lift up through your spine. Inhale, lift your arms up. And then as you exhale, bow forward, hinge right from your hips. And imagine there's a string right at your heart center drawing you forward to the wall in front of you or whatever's in front of you. So you're coming out. And then your hands will drop down and find something. Maybe that's your shins or your knees. Maybe it's your toes. And then inhale, lift up, lengthen your spine a little bit more. And then as you exhale, drape forward. And maybe you come down a little bit more. Again, keep that flex in your feet and maybe you keep a big bend in your knees. That's totally fine. You want to keep rooting down through your sit bones. You're looking for a stretch, but yes, also a pretty straight spine. So you might not go that low. And I like to grab onto the outsides of my feet to help draw my feet evenly backwards because my big toe tends to come in closer to my face and that just feels nice. So you could play around with that. Take one more big inhale here. And an exhale. Beautiful. Use your hands to walk up your legs, lifting your torso back up. Beautiful. And now take your left, or we'll start with right. Bend your right knee and draw it in towards your chest, still seated. And then take your right foot and cross it over your leg. So the right sole is down on the mat and your right knee is bent. Now this might be where you stay with your leg out long. If it feels okay, bend your left knee, kind of like you're going in a cross-legged position. So for me, that means shifting over onto the left hip to help facilitate bending the left leg. And then I come back to center. So both sit bones are back down. This right leg is crossed over the left thigh. And if that doesn't feel good to your knees, uncross that lower leg. Take care of you. Then use your hands to hug onto this left knee. As you hug it, lift your heart up and lengthen through your spine. And then as you exhale, settle in, hug that knee closer. Inhale, left arm high, up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, start to twist to your right, towards the bent knee. Towards the top hip, the right hip. And you're gonna switch arms. So now the left arm is hugging onto this left knee and the right hand is down on the mat. Maybe it's behind you. Root down into the mat to help lift and twist. Beautiful job. Every inhale is your opportunity to lengthen. Every exhale, your opportunity to deepen. Surrender a little bit more into your twist, wringing out your vertebrae, your spine, along your internal organs. Maybe you close your eyes, really settle in. Take one more big inhale here. And then as you exhale, gently release, unwind. With care, with mindfulness, I would uncross the top leg first. And then start to straighten that bottom leg. Send them both out straight to give them a big shake. I'm gonna turn around so I stay facing you. And then from here, you're gonna hug your left knee in. Feel your spine lengthen, your heart lift as you do that. And then once it's in, cross it over. From there, maybe the right leg, the bottom leg stays out long if that feels more supportive for you. Otherwise, shift over to your right hip. Start to bend your right knee in, and then when it's bent in, settle back down on both sit bones. Maybe you need to readjust and draw your left foot in a little closer. Hug it in. Inhale, grow taller. And then as you hug that left leg with your left arm, reach your right arm up to the sky. And then as you exhale, twist to your left. This right arm gonna come hug the top knee, and the left arm is now free to come behind you, press down into the earth, lift you up and twist. This is called half lord of the fishes. It's a nice deep twist. And once again, take advantage of utilizing breath here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One last big inhale here. And then as you exhale, unwind. So come back to center with care, with mindfulness. Take that top leg off and then uncross that bottom leg. Shake those legs out. Beautiful job. We're gonna do one more fun pose. We are entering into the year of the rabbit for 2023. So we're gonna do rabbit pose. So swing around onto your hands and knees here. Find tabletop to start. And keep your toes tucked under here, if that feels okay. If not, untuck them. But if it feels fine, keep them tucked under. And your knees can come out a little bit wider, kind of like a child's pose. And you start to shift your hips back over your heels and draw your head forward. So just like child's pose. The difference being here you're gonna draw your hands back to your feet. So each hand is gonna grab onto a heel. So once your forehead's resting on the mat, your chest is resting down on your thighs, your hands are grabbing onto the backs of your feet, right around your heels. From here, you're gonna start to roll onto the top of your head, onto your crown, continuing to hold onto your feet. You're gonna feel your chest coming forward. You'll feel your butt lifts. You'll feel a nice big opening through your back. And again, if this doesn't feel good with toes tucked under, untuck them. Take care of you. Inhale here and expand into your back body. Open up through your back ribs. And then as you exhale, come back to child's pose. You can keep your hands where they are. Just shift your hips back and down. Roll back onto your forehead. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders now. As you inhale, press yourself back up, sitting on your heels. Roll your shoulders back. Little rabbit pose there. All right, swing your legs around once again. We're gonna come on down onto our backs. Bring the soles of your feet onto the mat. Bend your knees, hands behind your bum to help shift your butt forward. And then roll on down to your back from here. And cross your right ankle over your left knee. Make a little figure 4. Make sure you have a neutral spine. My lower spine likes to lift, so look for just a little bit of space in your lower back, but not a big gap. And then with your crossed leg, press that knee away from your face. Maybe you stay right here, or maybe you grab onto the back of your left thigh rather, and draw both knees towards your chest. Send your tailbone gently back to the mat. And then maybe you rock side to side here. If that feels good. And then come back to stillness in your figure 4. An option here we'll just do it, actually we'll do a gentle twist. Let's do a figure from here. Draw your right knee in. So right knee in, left leg could be bent with your foot on the mat. It's gonna be more gentle on your spine. Or you can extend your left leg long. Either way, draw your right knee in towards your right elbow. Really hug that leg in. Maybe you rotate your right ankle around, give it a little hug and a squeeze. Simultaneously feel a pressing of your left thigh. If your thigh is straight down into the mat, you should feel an extra opening through your hips. Inhale here. Exhale, supine twist. Use your hands to guide your right knee across your body and over. You're gonna stack your hips. Right hip on top of the left hip. And then maybe, just maybe, your right shoulder makes its way back down to the mat. Maybe you extend your right arm out behind you and look back to the right. You can take advantage of this hand nearest your knees to help guide your knees closer to the mat. And that hand can control how much or how little you draw your knees down. Take one more nice deep inhale here. And a big exhale. Enjoy the sinking down deeper into that twist. And then with extra care and gentleness, make your way back to the center. Find a neutral spine. So come back to that neutral low back. And then cross your left ankle on top of your right knee, figure 4 on the other side. Press your left knee away from your face. And then stay here. If that feels good, you get a nice hip stretch, or grab on to the back of your right thigh. Draw both knees towards your chest. Press your tail into the earth. And maybe you rock side to side. Get a little gentle massage. And come back to stillness from here. Hug your left knee in. Maybe your right knee stays bent, foot on the mat, or maybe your right leg goes long and you press your thigh towards the earth. Rotate your left ankle as you hug that leg in. And draw it towards your armpit. Nice big inhale here. And then as you exhale, supine twist. Use your hands to guide your knee across your body. Stack your hips. Perhaps you look out behind you again to the left. Maybe your left shoulder makes it to the mat today. Maybe not. Wherever you are, breathe in and sigh it out. One more deep inhale here. And a big exhale. Find your way back to center once again. Gently, with ease, with love. Find that neutral spine one more time. And then come into happy baby. Bend your both knees towards your chest. Flex your feet. Send your feet towards the sky, but keep your knees bent. And then your arms grab onto whatever's available. So maybe your ankles, maybe the outsides of your feet. And use your hands to draw your knees down the sides of your body, pressing your body, your spine into the mat. And maybe you rock side to side. Maybe you want to bend and straighten one or both legs. Maybe you want stillness. And then everyone come back to stillness. Release your happy baby. Give yourself a big hug, a little ball pose here. Hug both knees in. Draw your nose to your knees. And give everything, every inch of you, a nice tight squeeze and a hug. Thank yourself for coming to yoga today, for giving yourself 60 whole minutes that are just for you, because you are so, so worth it. One more big inhale and squeeze everything, fingers, toes, eyes, ears, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then exhale, release, Shavasana. Extend your legs out long. Extend your hands out to your sides. Pick up some space here. Get out any last little wiggles that you need to come into comfortable resting pose. And then enjoy a few precious moments integrating all your hard work. I will mind the time. Enjoy your Shavasana. My friends, if you want to stay in this Shavasana of bliss, I invite you to stay as long as you can, as long as you like. If it is time to move on to the next adventure in your Saturday, start to bring your space, your awareness back to the space. Begin to increase your inhales and your exhales. and allow any little micro movements that feel supportive and good. Maybe you wiggle your fingers, your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles in a circle. Just awakening back into your body. And then letting that go. Extend your hands up above your head. Maybe you interlace your hands and you flip your palms and you just stretch from your fingers into your toes, all the way through every inch of wonderful, amazing, no one in the world quite like you. And then letting that go, bring your arms down, and in the most gentle way, find your way back up to a comfortable seat. And you keep your eyes closed here. And bring your hands to heart center. Just take a few moments to feel into you, into every cell. And then turn your attention into your heart, that place where the dreams are born. And just know that you can tap into that spot as you think of what you want to cultivate and create in this next year. Bring it alive from your heart. Maybe you take it out onto pen and paper. Maybe you create a vision board. What do you want to create this year? The world is your oyster. Go forth and make it a good one. With that, my friends, the teacher in me honors, thanks, and appreciates the teacher in every one of you. Have a blessed, beautiful day. Namaste. Thank you all so very much